thank you for joining me today. Miss Wetherill and I have been talking and we thought it might be quite nice to have some maths lessons that you can do at home. So we're going to make 3 Marvellous Maths videos so that you can do some maths learning at home in your living rooms. So let's play a little game to warm us up. It's a little bit like rock, paper, scissors, which I know you all love playing. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, show. And you're going to hold some fingers towards the screen, just as I point some fingers towards the camera. Now your job is to add together the total number of fingers you can see, combining my fingers with yours. Now if you really want to challenge yourself, you can multiply my fingers by your fingers. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this isn't ideal to do on my own, but I'm going to do my best. So imagine that this hand is you, and this hand is me. So we go 3, 2, 1, show. So your hand has 3 fingers, and my hand has 2. So if you want to, you might add them together. 3 add 2 equals 5. And if you want to challenge yourself, you might times them. 3 times 2 equals 6. Now, your job is to shout out the answer as quickly as you can, and you're going to need your grown-up to check that you've got the answer right. Make sure you tell them beforehand, though, whether you're going to add or multiply, and no cheating. Are you ready? Okay, get your hand ready towards the screen. Remember, we show on 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, show. So I've got 4 fingers. Whether you're adding or multiplying, you shout your answer now. Well done, those of you got it right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, show. I've just got 1 finger. Quick as you can. Well done if you worked it out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, show. 5. Super job, those of you that have done that really quickly. Let's move on to our maths for the day. Okay, so today's video is going to be all about addition. Now, the start of this video is going to be a little bit of a recap for everybody, and it's going to be nice and simple, starting with the basics. As we get to the end of the video, we're going to come across some new things that Year 2 will have seen, but Year 1 will never have tried before. So let's have a go at really challenging ourselves today. Let's turn on our BFG listening ears and get ready to do some addition. So let's have a look at my first question. We have 9 add 5 equals blank. So the first thing we have to do is label our number sentence sukkata, 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 sukkata. Now our sir stands for starting, our starting number. This is the number that we start counting from when we're adding. Our k or our c is our counting number, and that's how many we're going to count on by. And our t or our t is our target number, and that's the number we're trying to reach, the number we're trying to find. So how do we do it? Well, we put our starting number in our head, and we put our counting number on our fingers. So, starting number in my head, counting number on my fingers, and I count on. Ready? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the answer is 14. So if you're really happy with that, when I show you the next question, you can pause the video and do it on your own. If you're still not sure, stick with me and we'll do it together. So let's have a look at the next question. We've got 44 add 9. Pause it now if you want to have a go on your own. So the first thing we have to do is label the number sentence sukkata, sukkata. So we've got our S for starting, C for counting, and T for target, the number that we're trying to find. So the starting number goes in my head, and the counting number goes on my fingers, and I count on. Ready? 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So the answer is 53. Well done if you managed to do that on your own at home. So I'm going to show you a few questions now that you can have a go at on your own. So when the questions are on the screen, pause the video and have a go. Ready? Off you go, pause the video. Okay, let's have a look at these answers. So, 12 add 8. Well, you could use your knowledge of number bonds to 10 because 2 and 8 make 10. Or we could use the method that we just tried, labelling it skt, skt. 12 in my head, 8 on my fingers, and count on 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done if you got the answer 20. So 27 add 5 equals, well, using the same method, 27 in my head, 5 on my fingers, and count on 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Well done, those of you that got that one. Now they're getting a bit harder now. Let's make sure we're really concentrating. 53 add 10. 53 in my head, 10 on my fingers, and count on 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. 86 add 7. 86 goes in my head, it's my starting number. 7 on my fingers, 86. 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. Well done those of you that got that one. And the last question was definitely the trickiest one. 95 add 9. So put that 95 in your head and 9 on your fingers and count on 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. They were some really tricky questions, guys, so well done those of you that got those. Okay, so we're going to look now at addition questions that have missing numbers in them. And by that, I mean the counting number or the starting number is the number that isn't shown. And we already are given our target number. Now we're going to use exactly the same method. We label the question, skt, skt, skt. We have our starting, our counting, and our target number. So we're looking today for our counting number, and our counting number always goes on our fingers. So you put the starting number in your head, 6 in my head, and I'm going to count on my fingers until I reach 15. Are we ready? 6 in my head, count on my fingers, and remember to shout stop when we reach 15. Ready? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop! How many fingers have I got up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the missing number, the counting number, is 9. Okay, let's have a look at another one then. So we have 72 add blank equals 80. If you think you're confident with it, you can have a go on your own, or if you want my help, you can keep the video playing and do it with me now. Pause the video if you want to do it on your own. So, the first thing we have to do, guys, is skt, skt, skt. Let's label that starting, counting, and target number. So we're looking for our counting number again, the number that goes on our fingers. So, we put 72 in our head. And we're going to count on our fingers until we reach 80. Are you ready? Count with me. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Stop! How many fingers do I have? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the missing counting number is 8. Well done those of you that used your knowledge of number bonds to 10 to realise that because we had a 2 here, 2 add 8 equals 10. So the missing number was definitely 8. Well done. Okay guys, so I've put some questions on the screen for you to have a go at yourself. Pause the video now while you have a go. Let's check those answers then. So we have 9 in our head and we're going to count on our fingers until we reach 16. Ready? Count with me. 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Stop! You should have 7 fingers up. The next one, 41 in my head, and count on my fingers until I reach 47. Ready? 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Stop! So you should have 6 fingers. 38 add blank equals 41. So 38 in your head, and count on your fingers until you reach 41. Don't forget to shout stop. 39, 40, 41. Stop! And I have 3 fingers up, so the missing number is 3. 77 in your head, count on until you reach 84. Ready? 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I have 7 fingers up. Well done if you got that one right. Now this is the trickiest one on the board. Let's see who got it. 92 in my head, and count on my fingers until I reach 101. Ready? 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101. I've got 9 fingers up. That was a tricky question. Well done if you managed to work it out correctly. Okay, so we're going to move on to something now that most of you Year 2s will have done before, but my Year 1s won't have tried it yet, and that is column addition. But before we can try column addition, we need to first understand place value. So, let's have a look at this number here. I've got 43 on the screen. Now 43 is made up of 40 and 3. So what I've done here was partition the number into the 10s and the 1s. So I can label 43 10s and 1s. I have 4 10s and 3 1s. What about this number? I have 327. Well, 327 can be partitioned into 300, 20 and 7. So I have 3 hundreds, I have 2 10s and I have 7 1s. So knowledge of place value and partitioning is going to come in really handy when we do column addition. So this is what column addition looks like. And Year 1s, it looks a bit scary, but really it's not. This number sentence says 74 add 13 equals. Can you see how my 2 lines here for the answer look like equals? This number sentence is exactly the same as this number sentence here. Now the only problem is I can't use my fingers to do this because I don't have 13 fingers and I don't really fancy using my toes. So we need to use column addition. So the first thing we need to do is label the columns 10s and 1s. So let's have a look at how to do that using our knowledge of place value. 74 can be partitioned into 70 and 4. We have 7 10s and 4 1s. 13 can be partitioned into 10 and 3. I have 1 10 and 3 1s. So I can label my columns 10s and 1s. Now here's the important rule, guys. You always start with the 1s column in column addition. Which column do you start with? The 1s, you're right, fantastic. So we're going to start with 4 add 3. So I'm going to write that number sentence down here because this is a number sentence that Year 1s will be used to seeing. 4 add 3. So we label it in exactly the same way as we always have done before. We put 4 in our head and 3 on our fingers and count on. Ready? 4, 5, 6, 7. So my 1s column, the answer is 7. So now I can move on to my 10s. So to add my 10s, I have 70 add 10, but that all sounds a bit scary. So using column addition, we can do 7 add 1. So let's have a look at the number sentence. We've got 7 add 1. Nice and easy, 7 in my head, 1 on my finger and count on. Ready? 7, 8. So the answer is 8 tens, which means my answer altogether is 87. 74 add 13 equals 87. Okay then, it's your turn to have a go. On the screen I have put 8 column addition questions for you to try. Now remember, label the columns hundreds, tens and ones. Remember our rule, we always start with the ones column. If you're not too sure what you're doing, you can ask your grown-up to write down each number sentence separately. So for the first question, you would have 4 add 5, 3 add 4, and 5 add 0. And these number sentences you will recognise and you can manage. If you're confident, pause the screen now and have a go. Excellent job guys, and well done to all the year ones having a go at column addition for the very first time. Shall we see how you got on and check the answers? I've popped the answers on the screen for you. Let's have a quick look through these. So, the first question, 534 add 45 equals 579. We know that 4 add 5 equals 9, 3 add 4 equals 7, and 5 add nothing equals 5. So we have 579. Have a look at all of those answers now and check that you got them all right. If you didn't, pause the video now and have a quick look at where you might have gone wrong. Okay, who's ready for more of a challenge? Let's see what we can do. So we've got another column addition here, guys, and I've labelled the columns for us tens and ones. What column is it that we always start with in column addition? The ones, you're right. So let's write out the 2 number sentences we're going to have to do to make them more manageable. Okay, so we've got 8 add 4 in our ones column. So we label it sakata, sakata, and we put 8 in our head and 4 on our fingers. Ready? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fantastic. So the answer is 12. But now we've got a problem because I can't write 12 in my ones column because it's got a 10. Let me show you what I mean. If I partition the number 12, I can partition it into 10 and 2. It has 1 10 and it has 2 ones. So my 10 has to go into the tens column. It can't stay in with the ones because it doesn't belong there. So my 2 can go in the ones column and I have to add my 1 into the tens column underneath. Okay, if you didn't quite understand that, rewind the video and have another look to see what I did. So now we can move on to the tens. 4 add 3. So I put 4 in my head and 3 on my fingers and I count on. Ready? 4, 5, 6, 7. But now we can't forget that 1 that we carried underneath from our ones column. So we have 7 and 1 more is 8. Fantastic. So the answer to 48 add 34 is 82. So it's your turn to have a go again now, guys. I've put 8 more column addition questions on the board for you to have a go at. Now, all of these questions you have to carry one over into the next column. Now, it might be carrying a 10 from the ones column into the tens, or it might be carrying 100 from the tens column into the hundreds. But don't forget to carry that number underneath the equal sign so that you remember to add it on later. If there are any year ones that aren't sure, you can ask your grown-up to write each number sentence out separately. So for the first question, you would write 3 add 8, 2 add 1, 3 add 5. Then you've got manageable number sentences that you can do independently. Pause the screen now and have a go. Some of those were really tricky, guys, weren't they? Well done for trying your hardest and having a go. Let's see how you got on. I've put the answers on the screen. Now that you've got all the answers on the screen in front of you, pause the screen while you have a go at checking all your answers. If you've made any errors, go back and have a look where you went wrong. Okay guys, so we're going to move on to our final challenge of the day, and it's a tricky one. It's going to use your knowledge of missing number addition that we touched upon earlier. So on the screen you can see a column addition, and I've labelled the columns hundreds, tens and ones to try to help you out. Now in the column addition there are missing numbers. You need to use your knowledge of addition and missing number addition to find those missing numbers. So I'm going to ask you to do this and then save your answers somewhere really safe, because at the beginning of my next maths video we'll go through the answer. Now if you're ready to have a go at the challenge on your own, you can stop the video now and do it. But if you want just a little bit more help, I'm going to give you some guidance in a second. So if you don't want that guidance, pause the video now. Okay, if you want a little bit more help, have a look at this. I've written out each of the 3 number sentences that you're going to need to help you find that missing number. So there's your help. Pause the video now while you have a go. So guys, thank you once again for joining me today. You've worked so hard and it's been brilliant. Don't forget to look out for Miss Wetherall's video later on this week, and keep those answers to that last question nice and safe, because at the beginning of my next video we're going to go through those answers and see how you got on. So thank you so much again. Keep safe at home, keep working hard, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.